Oh, come on. Is he making another video about style? Like there's no other video about style in photography on the YouTube thing? Is YouTube becoming another greatest hits album by Mötley Crüe? We'll roll the intro and you'll find out afterwards. Another video about style in photography. Is he really making another video about style and definition of style in photography? Yes, I am! So bear with me. But when I started writing the script for this video, I started wondering if YouTube has become the next big album by the band Mötley Crüe. Another greatest hits video. Another greatest hits record. Since I feel like every other YouTuber makes the same video over and over again, just with a slightly different words. The definition of style depends on who you ask, and I firmly believe that just about every painter, musician, photographer, other kind of artist have their own definition of the word style. Even though there are some styles or more like genres like street photography, nature photography, portraiture, whatever. What's your own personal style? How do you define that? And that's what I'm going to talk about. And in the end of the video, I'm going to talk about my definition of my style. But we'll get to that. First, I want to talk about how I came up with the idea for this video. Okay? Me and my wife spent almost a week in Stockholm recently, and we went to the Fotografiska museum. Amazing place if you're interested in photography, and I'm definitely going there more times. I think they are located in New York as well, but since I have no plans to travel to the USA in the next couple of years, 4 or 5 or so, I'm going to talk about the exhibition in Stockholm. This exhibition was by a photographer called Anton Corbijn, where they showed his portraits of basically famous people, models, actors, musicians, whatever, in large prints, and they were amazing to see. And there were some small prints as well of the hands of Bon Jovi from their Keep the Faith album. One of my favorite albums of all time. In this exhibition, in the middle of it, they had an old CRT TV connected with some sort of media player that showed an interview with Anton Corbijn, where he talked about the movies he made, like The American, and if you haven't seen that movie, see it. It's one of the best movies ever, and George Clooney is an amazing actor, and in The American he was phenomenal. But anyway, in this interview he was asked about the word style and what he thinks it means. And he gave the one answer to rule them all. Yeah. Well, that sounded cheesy, but it was. His definition of the word style was so amazing that it stuck with me, and it's still running around in my head, living there rent-free. But I'd like to make an addition to that definition. Style is when you can't photograph in any other way than you do. Think about that for a minute. That is the pure definition of the word style. When you can't photograph in any other way than you do. I shoot a lot of things. But I always seems to find my way back to shooting in the same style more often than not when I'm out taking photographs. The addition I want to make to this quote is, you photograph something and the picture is absolutely perfect. Throw away that picture. Use a picture instead with some mistakes in it. And I'm going to talk about mistakes in another video sometime in the future. But I believe mistakes are happy little accidents that puts the extra spice in your soup and make those photographs yours. So I'd like to say that style in photography is when you can't photograph in any other way that you do, and you embrace your mistakes. When you can't photograph in any other way than you do, and you embrace your mistakes. That's your personal style. Looking at my own photography, and my definition of my style is basically I can't photograph happy. It just doesn't work. Not in a million years does it work. The happy, the colorful, the joy isn't for me at all. I can't capture it. It's impossible. No matter what I photograph regarding the subject, all my photographs is covered in some sort of veil of sadness or gray veil of some sort of light depression and desolation and some sort of... They're covered with desolation. I love desolated environments, and even though my photographs might not be the happiest photographs, the most colorful, they make me happy, and that's the most important thing. I want to be happy by what I've... And when I recently looked back, both in Lightroom and the photographs I picked up from my mom when we moved her to a home for the elderly, every photograph I've taken has this kind of sadness, desolation, gray feeling. And I really can't photograph in any other way than that. It's impossible, like I said. I even shot a wedding for my friend, my best friend, a couple of years ago. He and his now wife got married, and they needed a wedding photographer, and they knew one photographer, and that was me. And I told them I can't photograph a wedding, and when I did photograph that wedding, it felt like a fucking funeral. So one of his best days was a wedding, and when you look at the pictures, it mostly looks like a funeral. But the cake was happy. I managed to photograph the cake in a happy way. So, my friends and followers on the YouTube thing, what do you think about style? What's your definition of style? Do you agree with me that style is when you do something in a way and you can't do it in any other way, and you embrace your mistakes and incorporate those mistakes in your field of art? Or do you have any other definition of style? Please let me know in the comments. And while you think about that and write the comments, I'm going to start creating the next video, and I'll see you then. Goodbye for now. What are you waiting for? Start typing. Go do photography, whatever. Get out of here.